The administration's campaign kickoff saw a different side of President Marcos as he wasn't fighting for, as he led his Alianza para sa Bagong Pilipinas candidates at the rally in Lawag yesterday.
Wala sa kanila ang may bahid ng dugo dahil sa tukhang. Wala sa kanilang kasabwat sa pagbulsa ng sako-sakong pera, pinagsamantalaan ang krisis ng pandemya, pinabayaan ang ating mga kababayan na magkasakit at mamatay. Wala po sa kanila ang tilang sakristan ng isang bulaang propeta na nasasakdal dahil sa pagyurak sa ating kabataan at sa ating kababaihan. Wala sa kanila ang tagataguyod ng pugad ng krimen. Wala sa kanila ang mga pumapalakpak sa China at natutuwa pa kapag tayo ay binobomba ng tubig. Tayo ba ay papayag na babalik sa panahon kung kailan gusto ng ating mga liderato maging probinsya tayo ng China? Babalik ba tayo sa nakaraan na ibinubugaw ang ating bayan bilang isang sugalan ng mga dayuhan?
Although the president did not name names, everyone understood who he was referring to. Oplan Tokhang, the Pharmally scandal, and the pivot to China were all controversial issues in the Duterte administration. And pundits say the prophet that Marcos mentioned in his speech referred to Apollo Quiboloy, the detained religious leader who is running for the Senate under PDP Laban. Now, while the Dutertes themselves have yet to respond to the president's attacks, some of their allies have spoken up. Former House Speaker Pantaleon Alvarez posted a statement simply saying there are no drug addicts in the Duterte ticket. Recall that Duterte has been accusing Marcos of being a cocaine user for years. Meanwhile, former presidential legal advisor Salvador Panelo, for his part, questioned the Marcos administration's stand on the drug war and its policy on China.
Kung titingnan mo, yung sinasabi niyang Tokhang, wala pang kaso akong natatandaan na ipinail ng administrasyong ito tungkol doon sa operasyon ng Tokhang. Pangalawa, yung sinasabi niya naman na ito raw ay mga tagapagtanggol ng China, mukhang misplaced naman yon dahil ang foreign policy naman ni Presidente Duterte nung panahon niya ay may kapagkaibigan sa China at dahil nga doon ay walang sigalot, walang gulo sa panahon niya. Ngayon lang na nagkagulo kasi naaway ng administrasyon ng China.
And senatorial candidate Jimmy Bondoc denounced the alleged $241 billion in insertions in the 2025 national budget.
Isipin niyo, mga tao walang sala, kinukulong sa ospital. Pero yung mga nagpapalsify ng budget, malaya.
ACT Teachers Party List Representative Franz Castro, meanwhile, pointed out that Marcos wasn't entirely accurate when he said his team did not have blood on their hands. Some of the candidates running under Alianza were in fact silent at the height of Duterte's bloody drug war.
Well, doon sa speech niya tungkol doon sa kanyang mga kandidato na walang bahid ng dugo, no? Pero parang I beg to disagree kasi nung panahon na kino-question natin ang war on drugs, may mga kandidato doon na hindi naman kumibo, no? Hindi nga nag-file ng mga resolution nung panahon ni Duterte. Kaya sa tingin ko, i-re-examine ni BBM yung kanyang mga kandidato, yung mga track record.
All right, let's get on to our second guest here to discuss yesterday's events. We have political strategist Gerald Daquina. Mr. Daquina served as political officer for President Bongbong Marcos when he was senator from 2013 to 2017. Welcome to the big story, Gerald. Gerald, can you hear me?
Yeah. Good evening po.
Hi.
Lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon. You can hear me?
Yes, we can. May lag lang, but it's okay.
Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Yeah.
Gerald, you're coming from the Alianza para sa Bagong Pilipinas campaign kickoff in Lawag. Is that correct?
Yes, sorry po. I'm on my way back to Manila. from the kick-off rally sa Lawag last night.
So do I take it to mean that you are representing the administration candidates?
Right now, I am the Chief Political Officer of Senator Francis Valentino, which is the re-electionist under the Alianza.
Okay, so but you're not, you no longer representing the president, President Marcos.
No, I was with the president when he was a
Yes.
senator, and we
Gerald, could you, okay, so since you're coming from the Lawag rally, could you give us your assessment? Ano yung, what did you think of the campaign kickoff for the Alianza slate?
well, for me, I think very successful yung kick-off rally last night. It's Lawag, ng Alianza. And the speech of the president is very accurate. Sa lahat ng sinabi niya, naniniwala ako na accurate lahat yan. Yung mga nagsasabi na hindi totoo yan, I beg to disagree.
What about to those saying, no, Gerald, na ito namang Alianza slate, talagang lahat naman ng malalakas, pinagkumpul-kumpul lang. Kumbaga, they just brought together and formed a coalition based on the strongest candidates. Would you say sapat na yun na strategy to win, I suppose?
No, actually, binuo itong alyansa ng ating Pangulo at ng kanyang mga advisors based on track records. You can see sa lahat ng kandidato natin, wala dyan baguhan. Lahat yan may nagawa na. Wala dyan nangangako pa lang. Kasi lahat yan, may mga napatunayan na.
Well, Jared, I also wanted to ask, no, kagabi, nung nag-kick off nga yung campaign ng Alianza para sa Bagong Pilipinas, a lot of people were shocked with how President Marcos started off that campaign. Sabi ng iba, parang medyo negative, di ba? Maraming pinaparinggan. Although he did not name names, alam naman natin kung sino yung mga yan or yung issues na pinag-uusapan ng Pangulo. Can we expect more of that? And why do you think ganito yung atake ng administration slate? Gerald? All right, seems his connection is a bit...
Yeah, the connection is a bit spotty. I think he's in transit.
Because he's in transit and coming from Lawag too. Gerald?
Kita naman nyo, for the past few months, sa about time, kasi kung makikita naman nyo, yung attack... Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah? Can you hear me?
Can hear you. Can you say that
Hello?
again?
Hello?
Yes,
Hi,
Gerald, we
Gerald.
can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Actually, if you can recall, no, itong mga nakaraan, itong mga past few months, grabe na din naman ang banat ng opposition or ng other camp sa administration. So itong speech ni Presidente kahapon, it's very accurate. Kasi nagsimula tayo sa Tokhang, hundreds died ng mga inosenteng tao. Alam natin lahat yan. Unang-una na yung kinakiyan, sabi nga nila, nasentensyahan daw yung 4 o 5 police involved, yung kikiyan. So it means, nagkamali talaga sila. Pero nagkamali man sila, makulong man yung mga nagkamali, yung buhay ng bata, wala na, hindi na maibabalik. Batang-bata pa yan. Hindi lang si Kian. Hundreds, maybe thousands ang namatay last administration na walang kasalanan. So hindi natin papayagan na maibalik ulit yan. Madugong laban sa droga. No, kung pwede ko sabihin, totoo ba talaga na laban kaya sa droga?
The question there, the last question there, I don't know if you heard, was what's different this time around with President Marcos is his tone, right? For a long time, he avoided hitting out at the Dutertes, at the opposition. But this time around, we saw a different side of him. He was openly criticizing the previous administration's policies. And I wonder, do you think that's part of a political calculation na, okay, since campaign period has begun, all bets are off? What do you think?
Yes, actually, siguro, no? Naisip ng ating Pangulo na it's about time. It's about time to speak up sa mga nangyayari. Kasi masyado na rin nagiging mabait ang ating Pangulo sa lahat ng mga tinitira laban sa kanya. And to think, lahat naman ng sinasabi ng kabilang partido, wala naman katotohanan. Not unlike yung sinabi ng ating Pangulo kahapon, what he said yesterday, it's very accurate. Isa-isahin natin, accurate lahat yan. Magsimula sa tokhang, magsimula sa pandemic, na ang mamahal na mga face mask, test kits, alam ng lahat yan. During the time ni Secretary Duque, nasa LDOH, di ba? So, very accurate lahat ang sinabi niya. He's not creating any scenario na sinungaling or what.
Oh, pero what do you think, no? Kasi lumabas ito at itong campaign period, Gerald, talagang nakapag-timing, no? Sa election period, dito sa budget bruhaha na nakita natin dito sa impeachment. So, very, very political as we all know coming into the midterms in 2025. What makes the Senate or the 20th Congress and the Senate lineup, the 12 that will come in, is baka nga sila yung maglitis nito. So, do you think in a way, rin to, parinig or kumbaga nagpaparinig sa mga Duterte and setting the stage, no, kung ano yung expectation niya from his... sige, go ahead.
Yeah, for me, it's not parinig. It's letting the people know na wag na tayong bumalik sa dati. Wag na tayong bumalik sa maduling tokhang. Wag na tayong bumalik sa pagiging tuta ng China. Wag na tayong bumalik sa pag-overprice ng kung ano man binibili ng ating gobyerno. Kaya sana suportahan natin ang kandidato ng alyansa. Something like that. Yun yung message niya.
But Gerald, I'm curious, based on your expertise, are voters more responsive sa ganitong klaseng pangangampanya?
Actually, voters, mas gusto nila yung narinig yung katotohanan kaysa yung tumatahimik ka. Kasi naging tahimik ng ating Pangulo for so long. It's about time na magsalita siya ng kung ano yung nangyari at kung ano yung ayaw na niya na mangyari pa ulit sa ating bayan.
Okay, and
how do you, what is your read of Senator Amy Marcos? I mean, she was there at the campaign rally, pero technically she called herself an independent and she turned down the last position in the Alyansa para sa Bagong Pilipinas, right?
Yes. Naging independent candidate si Senator Amy for a simple reason na meron siyang advocacy pinapaniwalaan sa mga Duterte. And of course, meron din naman siyang advocacy pinapaniwalaan sa Alyansa. That's the reason, siguro, kaya siya nag-attend kahapon ng kick-off rally.
Okay. Gerald, anong last word na lang, no? Filipinos and negative campaigning. Alam naman natin tayong mga Pilipino, napaka-hospitable, mapagmahal, kengkoy, funny, ayaw natin ng gulo. Gagana ba ang negative campaigning?
Actually, hindi. For this election, or for any election, hindi naman gumagana ang negative campaigning. Pero, if you will tell the truth, kahit na ito'y negative pa, gagana yan. Diba? Kasi, halimbawa, sa isang sinasabi niyang propeta ni Presidente, totoo naman. Andyan yung mga bata na nagsampa ng kaso. Years ago, silampa yung kasong yan. 2016, 2017. So, hindi yan gawa-gawa. So, hindi sa negative campaigning. Negative yung ginagawa nila. So, let the people know kung ano yung talaga nangyayari.